Before we do our intro, let's take our shot.
Facts.
Okay.
I just moved too much, so I need to be like. Blah, 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 blah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Cheers. Podcast 2.
Podcast 2. Bitch. You know you're supposed to hold it like this.
Oh God.
Gross.
Fuck. Yo. All the flavors at. You want some of that?
Oh God. Oh God.
It was so bad, yo. Hold it.
Is it red?
Huh?
Oh my God, that was fucking horrid.
That was so bad.
I might cry.
I felt the same way.
Is there anything on my face?
No, no.
That.
Putrid.
Wow.
Putrid.
That's my word. Putrid. Ew, pew. Cacaloopy. Pew. Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
Welcome to Slyly Sauce. Welcome back to
Welcome back.
podcast number 2. We got
Des and Doses.
and Zoman TV. Oh, I fucked that up. I was so confident. I'm Zoman TV. I'm already drunk.
Don't take it too serious, people.
Don't start already, yo.
Don't take it so serious.
All right. Dusty?
Busty
Musty Dusty.
was a bear. Dusty Wusty had no hair. That's why I pay for extensions. Justin Bieber. I like that laugh.
Yeah. This fucking asshole.
I know what it
Must be nice to have that much money.
Today,
Topics?
we are talking about roommates, marriage and children, and the age of living alone in Las Vegas as a tip-based employee or any kind of employee.
Mm-hmm.
Living alone in general.
Right.
All right? Okay, so to get this started with a little bit of background,
My tummy hurts from that fucking shot.
I am trying not to throw up still, and my eyelash is poking me in the
And
wrong
this is
spot.
not helping either.
It's not good, that's why.
I feel like it's just...
I feel like the coconut milk would have been a better chaser than that.
you know what's funny is I almost grabbed that, but I was like, nah, it might be kind of gross.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Anyways.
All right. Pros and cons of having a roommate.
Pros and cons.
In your opinion, what is a good part of having a roommate other than saving money?
Fuck. That was going to be my first one. I would say, like, if you're getting, like, just company, I guess. Because living alone, because I have no animals, I don't have anything. I'm just literally solo, so I have to walk around and talk to myself.
Which I'm sure you do.
Oh, I do that often. Or, like, sing or whatever the fuck I'm doing. So I would say, like, just company. Like, it was nice when I did live with roommates or whatever. It's so funny. I was just talking about this last night because I sat on my counter for the first time ever. Like, I was sitting on the counter, like, over there in the corner, and it reminded me when I lived with my roommates because we would sit there in the kitchen and, you know, like...
Bullshit.
Yeah, we would just be bullshit, and we'd all be on, like, one part of the counter just fucking sitting there talking about bullshit. So, I don't know. I do kind of miss that, but to have your own spot is... better in my opinion.
Way better. I would say my pro would be the same. That you're not alone. You know, you guys come back from... Shit, I just remember coming back drunk from, like, wherever. And then me and my roommates would just sit and talk shit to each other forever. Laugh. I have so many funny videos of us just, like, cracking jokes with each other. Listening to us fight in the background. The cons...
Cons of living.
I would say dirty people. If somebody's level
Yes.
of cleanliness is nowhere near yours, it's like...
Which is almost
Never.
near impossible, especially for me. Because I might have just a little bit of OCD with a lot of shit.
You know what he likes to say?
What?
Cleanliness is close to godliness.
Did I say that? Those words never came out of my mouth, not once.
He doesn't say that, but somebody somewhere says that. So, you know what the worst part about a dirty bitch is in your house?
Oh my God.
When you gotta ask them to fucking do their part, as if you really should be asking another grown adult to clean something. Did your parents teach you nothing, you dirty bitch?
See, it's fucked up because in my situation with multiple roommates, because when it was just me and Chuck. Shouts out to Chuck, you little bitch.
Shouts out to Chuck. Happy late birthday again.
Suck my ass.
Yeah, he didn't feel like going to your birthday party. Sorry, bro.
I wasn't invited. I wouldn't have shown up anyways. But
We still love you, Chuck.
But
I went all out for that motherfucker's birthday. Anyways.
yeah. So when it was me and Charles, like Charles is fairly clean anyway, so it wasn't that big of an issue. So like when it was just the two of us, our house was always clean, and like there'd be times where, you know, we trade out. Like I'd come home and Charles would be fucking mopping and like deep cleaning and shit, and then vice versa too. So it was like we were very compatible in that aspect. But when we did live, when me and you, remember when we lived in the house? What was it? There was
Matt,
me, you, Matt, his girl, Savannah,
yeah,
Josh. There was 6 of us in that motherfucker.
Where was your mom?
My mom wasn't in there. My mom moved out by the time then. By the time Matt moved in, my mom was already like out. Because remember, I moved Matt in.
I don't think so.
Yeah, remember? Because Matt took my mom's room. And then Savannah was in the other room. And then we had the master.
That's a lot of motherfuckers in one house.
There was 6 motherfuckers, yes.
Where was Josh sleeping? In the living room?
Josh was in the living room, yeah.
Ew,
So
dude.
yeah.
I totally blocked all that out of my memory. That was
Right.
we were living in like a college house pretty much. We had like
Literally.
our own.
That's when bills were nice, though,
Yeah.
yo.
I mean,
It was-
to be honest, when you and I lived together, I don't remember paying any bills, if I'm being honest.
There was times where you didn't. Like, there was time... Because I was making good money. It was like I
feel
didn't...
like all I did was spend all my money on like makeup.
You were fucking doing makeup shopping. I'd come home. I just got an Amazon credit card, and I just bought a bunch of shit. Dude.
But I did buy a bunch of stuff for the house
Okay, that's fair. But...
that I took when I moved out like a dick.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
Well, whatever, dude. I still owe all that money on that credit card.
Right, you're still paying off the
That
fucking
shit's
shit.
in collections. But I'm older now. I'm more wise.
More wise,
I
yeah.
won't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely. I made those same fucking mistakes, too.
So I would say when I had the house with Savannah and...
Savannah and Josh, we already talked about.
No. I'm talking about when I had the house. No, when Josh was... he only lived there for like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Anyways, when you have roommates that just don't participate in
Going
any
dusty. Going
housekeeping... Dude, I swear to God, I'll give you an example. I would come home and the same dishes would be in the sink for a week. And when I would say like, hey, can you like pitch in and like do some dishes? She would be like, well, I don't hang out downstairs.
So when you guys, see, it's so different because I feel like a lot of roommates live kind of how you lived. Like you guys lived like everything was everybody's, right? All dishes you guys shared, like everybody shared.
No, they were all, it was me and Savannah's shit.
But you guys all shared it though, right?
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I'm not going to do like, this is Destiny's cabinet, this is Savannah's cabinet.
Why? It makes it so much easier. If you guys are
Sure.
out there, it makes it so much easier. In a roommate situation, like...
Yeah, but I was so close to these people. They were just
Yeah.
like family. So it's
Yeah,
like I
that's
wasn't
true, too.
raised like that. I just shared whatever I had. And so did they. We all shared everything.
I mean, I wasn't raised like that either. It was always me and my mom, but I'm like... When I was in roommate situation, I'm like, dude, fuck that. I don't want to come home and somebody's using my... Like, I want a bowl of cereal. I go in there, my cereal bowl's in the fucking... No.
You only have one cereal bowl? Grow up. Anyways.
Then do somebody else's dishes then.
You know what?
I'm
That's
going to
the
eat
thing
my
though.
cereal
Like,
out of fucking pot.
just in the talk of like roommates, having somebody who doesn't partake in vacuuming, taking out the trash, doing your dishes, just even the little things, wiping off the counters. Like, I hate the mentality of I cooked so somebody else should clean. No, bitch. No.
Fuck that.
Why can't you just clean as you go? It's not that hard.
It's so much easier too. If it's hot and fresh on the counter, it wipes right off. But if you let the shit fucking sit there, now you have to scrub it and put
Yep.
all, yeah. It's,
And when people don't rinse out their dishes before they put them in the sink,
dude, you ain't got to tell me all that. I know all this shit.
you just made fucking biscuits and gravy and you're going to let the gravy sit in the pot for
Right.
5 days so that I have to scrub it out like it. I'll throw the pan away.
Yeah, you gotta get a sand fucking blaster to get all this shit off.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't like about having roommates is the house is no longer yours. You can't just do what you want with it. I like to decorate. I like to switch things around. you know, I know Savannah loved that girl, my best friend forever, but she used to get a little upset with me. Like, I decorated for Christmas one year while she was at work, and I shouldn't have done that because I know she loves to decorate, so that was my bad. But I bought so much cool and cute stuff. I just wanted to throw it up and like surprise her with it when she got home. And when she got home, her first reaction was, "It's really cute, but how come you didn't wait for me?" And that made me feel a little bit bad. But also, it's just like, I like when I walk into the house, everything's exactly where I fucking left it. It's as clean as I left it. Nobody's fucking with my shit. I can redecorate how I want. It's mine. All mine. But I will say $2,200 a month by yourself, it's a little dicey.
You rich though.
No,
Yeah.
not rich. I'm comfy.
Yeah, so 2,200.
You're comfy too. Look at your fucking badass apartment.
All I have is a wall. This is just a wall. This is a backdrop in my fucking shack.
If you guys want to know where we're at, we're on the corner of Boulder Highway and Pecos.
Oh, it's rough out here.
It's in the back of a tent shop.
Yep. We sell drugs out of here, and like, I mean, I personally don't, but I mean, a lot of people do. What?
I personally don't know.
No, I'm comfy. I don't know. I've been here for fucking 2 years. I mean, I definitely can't complain.
So
I do miss paying
half?
$400 a month.
Right,
when we were in that fucking house with 6 of us, dude, it was like $400. $400.
And we charged Josh
everything.
$2 to sleep on the couch.
Hey man, shit ain't free in this world.
Matt was a fucking disaster. He would cook and then just leave it out. I remember that. That would get so annoying. We'd come home and just be like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah. Matt's all, he just grew up that way. So it's like, that's another thing to take in consideration is like,
You don't
some people
know.
aren't just, they're just not as clean as you, and it's not their fault. They're not doing it intentionally. It's just,
They don't see it like that.
Yeah, they don't see it that way. So it's, for us to get kind of upset about it is kind of our own, like, dealing with our own shit.
That's why back then we should have laid out like ground rules. Like, if you're going to live with me, this is what I expect of you.
Well,
you can write down what you expect of me. We were fucking 18.
Right. We were so young. We didn't even know what the fuck. I don't even know what I wanted for myself.
Okay,
like,
so that's why I put age of living alone. So technically, I don't want to... I know that we have the same background story as far as like where we lived after high school and all that, but I want to know, how old were we when we each got our own places? Our own. Mm-hmm. I think I was... I mean... Not living with your parents is one thing, but I'm talking like straight up your own place. No roommates, no nothing.
Solo, dolo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How old were you?
I've been here... November will be 2 years. So what, like 24, 25?
I think I moved out of... Okay, 2020. Me too, 2 years.
About 2 years, yeah.
So I was 23.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back then I thought I was badass because I had roommates and I was like, I don't live with my parents. You and I weren't, together anymore. Right. So I was like, I don't live with my parents. I'm doing my thing. And then as soon as I got my own apartment, I was like, whoa, this is so different. But I also have 2 dogs.
Yeah. And see, I've never actually like lived with roommates like in a...
Randy's?
Like, well, randoms too. I've never lived with randoms ever. I would never fucking do that.
Those motherfuckers that go on Craigslist, they're looking for a roommate.
Motherfuckers, dude. No fucking way.
Right.
I'd be the fucking like crazy person with like 12 padlocks on his fucking bedroom door and shit. Like, no. But I've never. So even when I did live with roommates, it was like everybody was moving into my house. Like that was like.
Yeah.
So it was already mine. I've already was established there. It was already like. It's fucked up too because I did take advantage of that, which is fucking like, it's fucked up. I don't know, like little shit that I've, I mean, it's obviously.
What do you mean took advantage of that? You let them live in there.
That's true, but to do some of the shit that I did, like because I had that like authority.
Oh, like this is my house, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, come on, man. I feel like that's a pretty natural human reaction.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I was way worse than you were. If I had still lived in that house and you had all those motherfuckers in there, I'd have been laying down the law like I was your mom.
You were always laying on the fucking law.
Yeah, didn't Matt call me the warden?
or some shit. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you and Matt were fucking getting into it often, especially with the
Dude.
kitchen and shit.
Oh my God. I'm like, hey, do you know how to clean a stove at all? Have you ever done that before? Can I show you how to do it?
But you're
remember I wrote the checklist on I would write Matt, clean the fucking stove on that whiteboard on the
Did you?
fridge.
Oh
That's
my
why he was like, okay, warden.
That's so
No,
funny.
it wasn't regulator.
Regulate. Yeah, yeah.
Oh God, the regulator's coming home. And I was just like,
Fuck, bro.
in the door.
You were very nitpicky though. You were nitpicky about
I couldn't
the
help it.
tiniest shit.
In my mind at the time, that was our home, and
Yeah.
he fucking came in and was just messy, and that's not how we lived. And it
Mm-hmm.
made me almost feel bad that I was so mean to your mom sometimes. And I wasn't mean to your mom. I just kind of like, we butt heads. It's because we're the same
Yeah, I was
fucking
just gonna say
person.
because you guys are fucking the same people.
But we got to that level. Matt came in hot, and I was just like,
Right.
I took it serious, people. I took it serious.
It's gonna be your fucking brand. It's gonna be
Just merch.
Yeah.
Don't take it too
Don't take it too
serious, people. So what age do you think is the cutoff for like, motherfucker, you still got roommates?
I don't
Of
know.
course, it's individualized to everybody's specific thing.
right.
But if you're like a grown man, you make money and blah blah blah, like you could afford your own place, you just don't want to.
But it's also like, what is the like? Why don't you want to? Like, what is it like? Do you want? Because I was just telling you about like my buddy John. Like he lives with roommates, but he's at festivals like every fucking weekend. He's traveling all over the fucking place.
How old is he?
30s.
Okay, but he's nowhere in that mindset of like he's just enjoying his life right now.
Right, so
doing
that-
his thing.
so
He
that's
doesn't
how
have
I-
like a girlfriend or anything, yeah?
No, but that's how I feel. I'm like, because I think about that now, where I'm like, I would like to have roommates to save the money to where I could travel, but then it's like you do lose that freedom of just being able to. If I'll come home from the gym or whatever, and I'll just be eating food butt ass naked. I'll just rip my clothes off, and I'm just sitting in the kitchen, just naked, eating
Yep.
my food, and it's like that little. I know it sounds like tiny, like little thing. Oh, I'm naked, but it's just that little freedom that you get to do whatever the fuck you want in your house.
Yeah.
Is so much better than saving the money.
I think it's also like a little bit of a pride thing. I like looking at my house knowing like this is all me. This is my shit.
Right.
So, but I also love having people over, but that's the hard line between a roommate and somebody who's just like staying there for a minute.
Right, because you can get rid of them.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah, once you get that, like once your social meter is gone, it's like, all right,
Yeah, you gotta go,
yeah,
dude.
Time to go. I think it's time for bed now.
I would say if you are not living by yourself or you don't sustain a life on your own by the time you're, let's put it at 35.
I'm saying like 30 is the cutoff point.
That's
feel
what I
like-
said earlier, but now I'm thinking like I'm almost 30, and although I do have my own thing going on, like my own house, I also can understand like back when I was 10, I'd be like, by the time I'm 25, I'm going to be married with kids and this and that. That shit's looking real 45-ish now.
looking not fucking non-existent. to
Yeah,
me.
we'll get into that. So yeah, I mean,
I think 30. I think 30 is a good age. Like you should be by 30. I don't know. It's hard to fucking say because I was like, you should have like some sort of like idea of what you want to do. You should be making some okay money. Like you shouldn't be.
and I know these motherfuckers are like, do it on your time. Don't be on anybody else's time. It's your life.
Which-
but it's like, come on,
which-
man. You're fucking 45 and you ain't got nothing going on. You're trying to hit on me?
I mean, it's true. Like, I mean, go at your own pace or whatever. But it's also like there is a time where you need to like man up and. But I don't know. I'm like so 50-50 because it's like there's no set way to live life. If you want to
True.
live, especially
You're on
for
your
me,
own
like,
time.
for me, I don't want kids. I don't want anything. Like I don't want marriage. I don't want kids or anything. So it's like it makes more sense if I had fucking roommates and I was just out saving money
Living the
and
bachelor
partying
life.
and just being
Right. I just, for whatever reason, I'm immediately unattracted to somebody as soon as I find out that they still have roommates. For some reason, that just screams like I can't do nice things with you or for you because I have roommates. Like, I'm not going to go hang out with my boyfriend who's in his 30s at his house where he has roommates.
Yeah.
At that point, like,
I was just gonna say it makes it worse too because like especially being like a woman or whatever, like to have your dude that you want to be like, oh, maybe you guys are taking it like getting a little serious or something, but like how far can you really go?
But I think also women crave that stability in a man, that traditional sense of like.
Do they though? Like
A lot of women do. I feel they still. No
In
woman
Vegas?
wants to
In Las
be with a
Vegas?
dude. Right. No woman wants to be with a dude who doesn't have shit.
But what if he lives with roommates and drives a nice Beamer?
Why do you have a Beamer and you can't afford a house?
Because you get the bitches. So with the bitches,
And you bring the bitches home where you got 3 other dudes hanging out? Fuck that.
Yeah, that's what bitches are into nowadays.
That's not true. That's just what the bitches are used to in Las Vegas. Nah, man, grow up.
I mean, I agree.
Grow up.
I totally agree.
And here, we're obviously tip-based. So I can
Explain your
see
struggles.
how somebody would have roommates if they are a tip-based employee in Vegas. Because here's the thing. On paper, we make minimum wage. So on paper, your checks are looking like a cool $300, $400, $500 every 2 weeks. So when you apply for a house, it's $2,500 a month. They're looking at you like,
Yeah, and usually
No,
you
dude.
gotta make 3 times the rent. So
gotta make 3 times the rent. So then there was a thing at one point where you could send in bank statements, and as long as there was a set amount of money going in and out every month, you could get approved. But now they're trying to phase that out because you could put any amount of money in there and it doesn't show where it's coming from.
right.
So as a tip-based employee, I get why maybe it's easier to have roommates because then there's multiple people applying for the house or whatever, or, you know, say it's somebody's house who's not a tip-based employee, you move in, and I mean, there's really no way to show that you make money in this city because they're trying to phase out the bank statements. But, oh, dude, I had them send in a letterhead from my job. My general manager wrote something that was just like, this is how much she makes on average in tips from Distill. Here's my phone number, blah, blah, blah. And then I had the property manager send them a letter of recommendation like, hey, the only reason she has to relocate right now is because we're selling this house. She's been a great tenant, perfect rental history, like pays on time every month. The house is in great condition.
You think they would have some sort of like standard that they would work around because Vegas is such a like industry-based, tip-based like city. So you think they would have something like if you have a bartender, like you would think they're like, oh yeah, easily. We understand like there's no proof of your tips or whatever, but like we understand if you're a bartender, you make the money, and especially if you have like letters of recommendation from other like your rental management or whatever it is. It's like you should be able to get in no problem.
That's the conversation I had with the lady. I was like, you can call the house I'm moving out of right now and ask them everything you need to ask to get me in. And she was like, well, your paperwork that when you apply for a house, this specific company, we send it to our corporate office in Atlanta, Georgia. They have no idea what the tip-based thing is like. I mean, they have some idea, but they don't have it like Vegas does. She was like, and then from there it goes to underwriting or some shit like that, and then I get control of it. No, she's like, so you have to get approved through them first. And I'm like, okay, how many loopholes do I have to jump through to get in this fucking house?
Right. Yeah, that's shit. Thankfully, I haven't had to deal with that because I have my tip based job is a side gig, which I currently don't work anymore, obviously.
Well, so then I'm like, Dad, do you think like as much as this hurts my ego, do you think you could maybe like co-sign for me? And you know my dad's just like,
Your dad said no?
I haven't straight up
Which one?
asked him.
Scoot?
Yeah. I don't think either one of them would, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's like that tough love kind of a thing. Like, you know, you need to figure it out. But also it's like, you know that I'm good.
It's about time.
About time what?
About time what?
Don't take it too serious.
Mm-hmm.
What? About time what? Tough love?
Yeah.
I've always had tough love
When?
from them. So the average rent in Las Vegas right now, we know the market is garbage. Everything is sky high. What, if you don't mind answering, what do you pay for this apartment, and tell them what it is?
So I currently pay. What do I pay? I pay 15.
What?
Yeah, I pay $15.40.
Thought it was 17.
No,
That's not including
and that's with my garage.
1540. Shit.
Yeah. So no, it's definitely nice.
No, this is a beautiful place. He has like a 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom. It's like dorm or hotel style. I don't know. It's a great place. Like I said, I've been here for almost 2 years. November will be 2 years. I'm going to re-sign my lease. So I'm sure my rent is going to go up a little bit, but
I would assume that if anybody was coming in that didn't live here before, applying for a 1 or a 2-bedroom, I would assume that they're close to how much a house is right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
So you're like grandfathered in already.
No, for sure. So right now, this apartment, like my same model, same everything, it would probably be like $1,800 or more.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, apartments are expensive in general because of all the amenities that you have, especially the nice apartments in Las Vegas and Henderson. Oh God.
It is worth it. I don't pay for a gym membership. I use the gym that I have here. Like I'm at the pool like 2-3 times a fucking week. I don't know. I definitely use everything, so it's like I definitely get what I pay for. So, and I don't have any dogs. I don't have anything that I like. I don't need a yard. I don't need like all that extra shit. So I don't see
ramming into the table over here. Sorry.
Quit moving around.
I have a 3-bedroom. I think it's 1,800 square foot in Southern Highlands that I pay $2,250 for, and that does not include power, gas, water, internet.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Is like
phone,
my
gas,
water, sewer, trash.
Aline.
Water, sewer, trash is all in there. I think my most expensive my fucking power bill is like $90. That's like in the heat of the summer.
Oh God, heat of the summer. I'm looking at like a cool
$1.80.
$3.50.
$3.50? Shut the fuck up.
I have a dual AC system.
It shouldn't be that much then.
Only if I crank it up to like 68, which I don't really do. I keep it at like 72.
See, I would love to have it. Like, I was just thinking about
What do you
this
keep your house at?
Me? I think right now it's at like 74.
That's way too fucking hot. No wonder I'm sweating.
See, everybody thinks it's hot, but it's not hot like in this location. In a house, it'd be fucking hot because it's like it doesn't. I don't know. 74 in my little apartment is nice.
Right.
You're not sweating right now. Shut up. Are you sweaty right now?
I'm sweaty.
You're sweaty all the time. Your pits are probably sweaty.
They are. They're always. It could be fucking 50 degrees outside and my armpits are sweaty.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. Fucking douche. Thanks for not co-signing, dick. Just kidding. I didn't ask him yet. I'm just scared to, because I don't want to. I want to exhaust all options before I ask him to help.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find a way. Just like that, you found a way to get into the spot too. Literally, the only reason you're moving out is because it's sold.
Real quick, let's hit this other topic: marriage and kids. What even is marriage? What even is it? What is it? What isn't?
I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
He's always thought that. And the older I get, the more I low-key agree with that. Like, what is the purpose other than the traditional, like, I have my husband's last name and we share everything and blah, blah, blah. And, like, I mean, insurance. It makes sense if you have kids.
I was gonna say it gets a little deeper when you have, like, kids and everything. Or if you guys.
House.
Yeah, if you guys. Because then you guys can, like. I think you guys like share taxes or like you share. Like, it becomes more of, like, a legit partnership, which.
Right.
I don't know. I don't agree with that anyway. Like, I'm not the type of guy to fucking. I don't want to share a bank account with my girl. I don't want to share. Like,
no.
I don't want to. To be honest, I don't want to share anything with a girl.
I say that now until I marry some fucking millionaire, and he's just like, "Well, you have your own bank account." I'm like, but.
Yeah, but if he's a fucking millionaire, then he's gonna be like.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to share a bank account with anybody. That was a joke.
Yeah, no, fuck all that.
I do not agree with a joint bank account. I feel like so many things can go wrong.
I know so many people, and I just know the way people spend, and I'm like, I'm a cheap motherfucker for the most part.
Oh, you don't want to look at your bank account and you're just like, what the fuck did you just spend $1,000 fucking
dollars? Yeah, like on? I don't want like.
And there's just no clear answer.
I question like buying new shoes for $40 or like, you know, I question little shit like that. To see my girl who wants to go buy a fucking new set of stools or something for fucking $350 that comes out. No, pass, hard pass. You make your own money. You spend your shit. If we want to go in on shit. That's gonna be another podcast.
For sure.
We're gonna. I don't know. We're gonna bring a guest on that one. That's gonna be the. We're gonna bring a guest on that one.
We are gonna bring a
and
guest.
we're gonna get deep into that relationship.
We're also going to
stuff.
talk about some daddy issues because a lot of you bitches have that going on.
Facts.
Um,
Especially you.
I have 2 great dads. I do not have daddy issues. If
Why do
anything,
you
I
still
got
have daddy
fucking
issues?
mommy issues.
That's fair.
Love you, mom. Honestly, I think marriage is more of a generational thing. I think that we are slowly phasing out of people thinking that that is the way we have to go.
I feel like it just makes everything complicated too, because I feel like nobody. I don't know. It's like there's so many more open relationships and just open like it really comes down to like what is marriage? Like what is I don't know. I don't get it, and I don't think anybody else does. I feel like they follow that traditional
That's what I'm saying.
standard.
It's generational.
Right. So it's like, well, this is what I should do. Like I love her, so maybe I should marry her. And then a year later, they're fucking getting divorced, and it's chaos. Fuck that.
And then the divorce cost alone.
For everything. And
I wonder if we're going to look back at this pod at any given moment in our future and just be like, damn, that was our thought on marriage.
Mine's been like that since I was fucking came out the womb.
Straight up. Has never wanted kids, marriage, nothing like that. And he has stuck to his fucking guns on that.
I just don't believe in it. I don't know. 50% of all marriages fail.
Is that like a accurate statistic?
That's accurate. That is like fully accurate. I mean, I don't know where the fuck
That's just what we hear.
Right. I mean, how accurate? But I mean, come on. Like, how many people do you know that's been divorced multiple times and remarried multiple times? It's like,
yeah, and then they always just look at it like it's not that big of a deal.
Like, if
this is my 5th marriage, I'm like, why do you keep getting married?
right. If you knew you were going to get in a car every day and you had 50% chance of dying every day, would you drive?
Wow, I've never heard you make such a fucking crazy articulate comparison before. But divorce is not death.
It kind of is, because no relationship ends nice.
Some people do.
Who? Nobody.
If
Somebody always loves somebody more. Somebody's always hurt more. Somebody's always affected more than the other person. So, and a lot of people want to see someone else burn. If you're hurt, you want to burn somebody. Usually, a lot of people want to.
Are you projecting right now?
What?
When you feel hurt, do you want to burn everybody around you?
I personally don't, but I've definitely been burned. I've definitely been in that situation.
Let me ask you something. Would you rather fight
To the
a
death.
highly aggressive rooster every single time you get in your car? Or would you rather fight to the death? How did you know what I was going to say anyways? Or would you rather fight to the death once a year an orangutan?
I'm fighting the rooster all day, every day.
Every day?
Every day.
That's what I thought. You just
orangutan would
fucking grab him
fuck
by the
you
neck
up,
and
yo.
just fucking kill him, throw him out the window real quick.
An orangutan would fuck you up. You know how strong
they're
that
the
thing
most
is?
docile creatures, though.
Until it's fighting for its life like you are. You guys are fighting to the death. You think you're going to beat an orangutan?
Okay, yeah, you're right. But
A
also,
fucking rooster, you just grab his stupid ass and toss him out the
they're
window.
mean.
Fuck that little thing.
No,
I
a
will-
bit. Have you seen the big
I will
motherfuckers?
fucking grab that motherfucker and
He's
rip
gonna
its head
put
off.
a clip of one of these big fucking roosters that are like as big as a dog.
And I'm going to grab that little fucker by its neck and fucking...
Have you ever been
Toss.
chased by a farm animal in your life?
I'm not running from a farm animal. If a rooster comes at me, I got feet. I'll boot that motherfucker.
Oh, dude, I had this crazy fucking rooster growing up. Every time you even stepped foot into his backyard, I would go to feed the hens and he would just come barreling out of that fucking cage straight at me.
Until you boot his ass once and he realized like, oh shit.
No, they keep coming back. They don't have complex brains like that.
Then
He
you-
came right back for more. Uncle Jared actually
Then you cook that motherfucker.
drop kicked that fucking kid across the yard.
Yes,
It was
fuck
a
that.
little bit of animal abuse, but he fucking was asking for it.
Thank you guys for watching.
Also, let us
Oh,
know in the comments,
excuse me.
orangutan or rooster? What's it going to be, orangutan or rooster?
No fucking chance, dude.
A lot of people pick orangutan. Every fucking time you get in your car.
They're so unaware of what the strength of an orangutan will like. No.
But it just
So do you want to die?
the rooster just respawns every time you get out of your car.
Yeah, but you don't respond.
Let's say you get to pick a weapon of your choice, but not a gun for the orangutan.
He's gonna.
What are you doing now?
He's gonna take that shit out of your hand and beat you with it. while he fucking like eats your face.
They're the ugliest too. Just bald and just big and fat and orange, and they just got these Buddha bellies and these flat faces.
Orangutans are no joke, yo. Those monkeys in
This
general are
guy's
strong
got a
as
lot of
fuck.
info on orangutans, and yes, monkeys are strong.
I grew up with orangutans.
At least I didn't say silver. Okay, Mowgli. At least I didn't say silverback gorilla.
You might as well. Even like the little tiny monkeys, like the little small ones or whatever, will beat the shit out of you.
I guess I should pick a different animal than an orangutan. I would just hate to, every time you open your car, you gotta fucking wrestle with this fucking rooster to get in.
Yeah, but after like day 1 or 2, like you figure out what it's gonna do.
Imagine you just
Like
get
you
in.
go in there, yeah, you just grab it immediately. Get the fuck out of here.
Every time.
Every
Even if you just
fucking
run
day.
into the gas station for 2 seconds, you come back, you gotta battle them all over again for the rest of your life. Or an orangutan once a year.
So that'll be the last year of your life, and that's the choice you choose, I guess. So that's fair. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Tune in next time.
Done, son. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Des and
Indoses.
Zolman TV. Thank you guys for watching. Later.
Later. Slightly soft.